Yo people, what's up? Teacher Eric Lobrick here. So this video is about how you can expand your vocabulary studying only 15 minutes a day with CHAT GPT, the free version. The prompts that we're going to use in this video are also free. They're all part of the CHAT GPT teacher material. The link is in the description. Okay, let's dive in. So the first step is to decide what kind of vocabulary you want to study. And let's start with everyday English. Here's how it works. You start a new chat and you copy the prompt, paste it into ChatGPT, and there you have it. What I like about this prompt is that it really personalizes your experience. Look, it starts by asking you how many words you want to study. Let's put 10. And then it asks you about your level. Let's say intermediate. And finally, asks you your first language. Let's say Spanish. Okay. And there you go. Once you answer those 3 questions, ChatGPT builds up a custom list of words for you. For each word, it gives you the translation in your language, a simple example sentence in English, and the translation of that sentence. Now, here's another clever part. After giving you the list, it will ask you if you want something more challenging. If you say yes, it levels up your vocabulary. Look. So this is the nice thing about this prompt, which is the nice thing about studying with ChatGPT in general, which is it adapts to your need. So things never feel neither too easy nor too overwhelming. It's always at your level. And then you study the words, right? You study them by reading them out loud and reading the example. And because you have the translation here, you always know what they mean. Now, one important thing, this prompt is for you to study vocabulary. If you have any doubts about pronunciation, then you have to leave it for a second moment. Why is that? It's because ChatGPT is very good if you focus at one core skill at a time. If you try to put more than one of the core skills simultaneously, the answers are not going to be as sharp. So if you have any problems, let's suppose that you don't know how, here's a good one. Let's suppose that you don't know how to pronounce this word. What I suggest you do is that you copy and paste it, add another list, and later on you can just go to Google Translate and paste it and
laugh.
Listen to the pronunciation, laugh. That should do it. I have cool prompts for practicing pronunciation, but that's a topic for another video. Now, let me share this strategy that really moves the needle for me. As I told you guys before, I'm not only an English teacher, I'm also a language learner. Right now, I'm knee-deep in Croatian. I'm studying Croatian, and one of the things that works for me is to study vocabulary for 1 or 2 days, and then on the 3rd or 4th day, I do the exercise. But then I have students that prefer to study the vocabulary on the first day, and then they do the exercise, and then the second day they study the vocabulary again, and they do the exercise again. So this is pretty personal. Just pick whatever you feel it's best for you. Now, let me show you how the exercise works. Once you've finished with studying vocabulary, then you can scroll down and copy the second prompt here and come here and paste it. It gives you a multiple choice exercise, and the way you answer to it is just by typing in the letters. Here it says that you should put the number of the exercise followed by the letter, but you don't even need to mind doing that. I mean, you can just put A, B, C, D. Okay, so let's put just any letters. A, B, C, B, C, B, C, A, B, C. Let's see. There you go. So it's going to give you the ones that were right and were wrong. So I got 3 out of 10. So in case you get a poor result like mine, you can just do this. Ask it to repeat it and see if you can improve next time. Now, there are 2 things to be taken into account here. The first one is that AI makes mistakes. Sometimes you get the perfect score and we say that one is wrong. And then you have to push it, say, look, this one is right. And then it's going to say, oh yeah, I'm sorry about that. Something else that might happen is that I have an example here. The flight was delayed due to bad weather, and it gives you the verb that you should use, but not the conjugation, which is delayed. I'm still perfecting those prompts to see if I can fix those things. It's a little annoying, but I have been running these prompts for almost 6 months now, and these slip-ups have been happening less and less. However, don't let these glitches turn you off, really, because the advantages far outweigh the disadvantages here. So trust me, if you stick with it, you see your vocabulary grow faster than you thought possible. All right, now time for the next step, which is specific vocabulary. Because, you know, maybe you're traveling soon, maybe you're into sports, maybe you're focused on business, and there's a whole menu of options like daily life, slangs, idiom, psychology, even science or politics. So here's how it works. You copy, and then let's start a new chat, and then you paste it. And same thing. It's going to ask you how many words you want to study. Let's put 20 here. And then it asks you what you want to study. So let's get here. Let's choose slang and informal expressions. Here are. I'm going to ask you your English level. Let's put upper intermediate. What is your first language? Let's get French this time. And there you go. Hang out, chill, couch potato, crash. Oh, these are very good expressions. These are very good expressions. Bummer, very nice. Cool. These are very, very cool expressions. I like those. Goof off. Ni rien faire. Arrête de traîner serre. So, same thing here. You read the expression, and then you read the example, and then you know what it means. After you're done with the practice, study vocabulary, you generate the exercise. So come here, copy the prompt, and there you go. He was so tired after the hike, he was completely beat. Yeah. I don't want to go out tonight, I just want to chill. That's good. That's pretty cool. She ditched the class to go shopping. So here it gives you the option which you use, but it won't give you the conjugation. That's not perfect, but it's still you know what verb to use in this situation. Before the trip, I took a crash course. Very good. It's very good. So see, let's answer 1 to 5 correctly. And from 6 to 10, let's answer incorrectly and let's see what it does. Let's put 6 to 10, C. Let's see what happens. Now, there you go. Right, wrong, and wrong. That's it, 5 out of 10. If you want, I can give you another set of 10 blanks with shuffled options to help you reinforce the tricky ones. And that's a pretty cool thing. Now, last but not least, definitely not least, in fact, I think this is the crown jewel, a section called Vocabulary in Action. Okay, so it says here, to unlock this section, make sure you have already completed either the everyday vocabulary or vocabulary activity. So yeah, this prompt will ask ChatGPT to create a realistic dialogue using the words you have learned. Only then, on the same chat, you should paste this prompt into, because here's what it does. It will generate a conversation with the vocabulary you have learned. Now, why this is important? Because words don't exist in a vacuum. They exist within a certain context. So learning words with the context makes it easier to make them stick. If you learn just from a list, there's a bigger chance that they will just fade away. You also get a full translated version of the conversation, so you can check everything line by line. Pretty cool. That's it. These are the prompts I use for both teaching and learning vocabulary. They work very well. You can download it and check it for yourself. The link is in the description. And if you want more tips on how to study English with ChatGPT, just subscribe to the channel. If this video helped you in any way, please give it a like and leave a comment below telling me what kind of content you would like to see next. This really helps me create cool content for everyone. All right, cool. Cheers.